Jane Ward, also known as Trainer Jane, CEO and founder of Selling on the Spot Marketplace and Selling on the Spot. And we have a fun and fantastic platform for you to sell your products and services at called Selling on the Spot Marketplace, where any business, any product, any service, anyone can come to attend our events, meet our amazing, warm and welcoming community, and do business together on the spot. Our tagline is selling ethically, efficiently, and effectively. So please remember to check us out at sellingonthespotmarketplace.com. I'm excited because today I have a guest with me because she sponsored my upcoming Selling on the Spot Marketplace, and I happily am giving her a feature here. So with that, Lorrel Elian, I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks so much, Jane. I love selling on the spot. I love what you've created, and I love the community. So I really appreciate that these opportunities come up too. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes. And it's a win-win. That's what we care about. I made an offer at one of our Selling on the Spot Marketplace events saying that when you sponsor the event, and that was that offer at that time, that you get a bonus interview. So this is our interview here that goes out on all of our social media, including YouTube, where it's going to live forever. So this is a fantastic opportunity for you to connect even further, Lorrel, with our community. As you know, because you are a very active participant. So thank you for that at not only our Selling on the Spot Marketplace events, our masterclass. What else? You've come to a lot of our joint venture events as well.
Right.
People
Well,
know you, love you because you've done so much business with them that you've built a lot of raving fans through our global community as well. So kudos to you.
Oh, well, thank you. I feel like I've found so much of my tribe through the people that you've gathered. It's really been such a positive experience. I love that there's so much structure with attending a selling on the spot. And really one of the greatest gifts that has come from this time that we're in right now is that it's brought people together in business. And really businesses like Selling on the Spot has created a place for people to learn and grow and to share. And yeah, I've bought a lot more things than I ever imagined I would. I'd have to say that. It's really intriguing because there's a lot of stuff that if we were just in our local area, we might not find, right? And so I really appreciate what Selling on the Spot has done for my business too. I've been online as a business coach since 2015, and so when last year changed our world, my world really didn't change much. I knew that I needed to be in front of more people. So when I went searching, I got an invitation from one of your people, Dr. Stacy. Thank you so much. Yes, and right, and that's the other part of this community that's really lovely and wonderful, and is that it's so supportive. We really do treat people better in this because we support each other, and there is that it's spoken about too. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you for that, and thank you for telling me it was Dr. Stacy. I actually didn't know that. So she goes back as far as in-person events with Selling on the Spot Marketplace. I've met her many times in person because she's in Ontario with me. And for those that don't know that are watching, Selling on the Spot Marketplace has been started 5.5 years ago with in-person events. We actually started doing virtual events over 2 years ago. So before the pandemic, it wasn't nearly as popular because people up until then wanted that community feel and were meeting in person. Whereas, of course, the entire world moved and embraced virtual. So this is where we are now. And we're looking to go back to in-person as we can, ideally this fall. And we're going to have both. We will definitely have both because we've been thriving here. Our community, like you're one of our members of our community, have been thriving doing business on our platform because, again, it's not limited to where you are located. You've met people from our community is in over 25 countries around the world. So loads of business, and this way we all get to prosper and stay safe at the same time.
Well, you're so right on that. And it'll be interesting to see what happens when things really start opening up, because one thing that I struggled with before COVID was that people people would react to being online more like it was an option. COVID brought it forward, but many people discovered that there were so many benefits. It's not unusual for me to be in 5 different time zones before lunch. That was my norm, and in a few different countries. So I'm not in 25 countries yet, but you know, the possibilities are unlimited by going online. So I'm in
That's right.
central Canada, and that's why I needed to find. I'm in Saskatchewan. Many of the American people have a problem,
Where?
yeah, right, or even saying it. So I realized years ago that I needed to do something different. I love trade shows, but it's not always a practical. And I love doing what I do. I don't want it to feel like work. It should be more play, more harmony, and more of a blessing in your life.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. And yeah, we're on different time zones, just you and me. And we were brought together because of the pandemic and because of this need to go virtual. So I'm so grateful in that regard. So please
Yeah.
tell everybody then, you start with your audio business card, as you know what that is. And please tell everybody who you are, what you do, who you help, all of that.
Well, I help business owners, entrepreneurs make more money by attracting more ideal clients using your nonverbal communication skills that you may not have tapped into. And through my business coaching programs, and if you haven't tapped into them yet, then that means that there's a good chance it's working against you. So I often say that your body is your business, and it's true, because what's going on here is what's going on out there. Your nonverbal communication teaches others how to treat you. So yes, this is, for the last 30 years of being an entrepreneur, over a dozen of those years have been spent in the study of human behavior and nonverbal communication. And until COVID, I have been for a decade taking people into 10 and 12-day retreats to teach them how they've come to be in the shape that they're in, which is a metaphor for your life. And and
Hmm.
then and then we unravel and go in that new direction. So I really was, I specialized in teaching therapists and practitioners that were learning that as a therapy, how to do that in business. And it's, so I've just transitioned into more entrepreneurs, because what I love about entrepreneurs, business owners, is that they're really willing to do what it takes to get the business happening. And so that's what I learned from working with practitioners and doing business with them. They really are focusing more on that path of healing and learning that
Hmm.
modality.
Hmm.
That now that I'm on this business path, I'm seeing that there's quite a few differences, and I'm really enjoying being with entrepreneurs. So, what's blocking you in your personal life is what's blocking you in your business, and that's where the nonverbal communication comes in. So that's what I learned from being with those two different groups. So it's always intrigued me. Most people are really interested in body language and observing people and human behavior, and this takes it to a deeper level, because you may be saying one thing but your body's saying another. And what I often say is that we don't walk around with a mirror in front of us to see what we're doing all the time. But if you did, what you would be seeing generally, and I say it's the lipstick or the shaving face, you know that. Yeah, that's what you see. But as soon as you walk away, what happens is what I call the driving to work face. And that's the face that people see around us the rest of the time, because that's when we're in our thoughts, in the stuff that we have to do, want to do, would rather do. Oh, but this happened, that, and why did they say that, why did they do that, oh, and then all of the other internal languaging that we do to ourselves, that causes self-sabotage, causes us to hide out, it was really intriguing to me when when Facebook Lives first came out, and my business coach was teaching us how to do this, and it was like, okay, we had a structure, and it was like, okay, yeah, you're kind of nervous, you do it, you go ahead, and you do it. And then when I was teaching it to others, I saw meltdowns happen, and it's like, okay, so the therapist in me comes up, and I'm watching all of this, and it's like, oh, okay, because it's not so easy for some to do that. But there's implications from that in your business, because
Mhm.
if you aren't able to get yourself out there, nobody learns about that gift that you want to share with the world, which I do believe is deeply connected to your purpose. And the more passionate you are about it, the more important it is for you to get it out there.
Yes.
So why couldn't people do it? And so that's where I started seeing how in my coaching I needed to add more of the internal work. Yeah.
I love
So,
that. I love that. Thank you for sharing all of that. And for me, this has always fascinated me, not only because I have worked with different practitioners, or also because I'm open to learning from practically everybody on whatever their specialty is, because I'm fascinated with it. But also because, as you and others may know, I've in the past trained on a topic called verbal Aikido, which is emotional intelligence training, and oftentimes still I do speak. I did today at the master class, for example, speak about not only self-image and self-projection, but self-awareness and self-management. And this, of course, speaks exactly to that, because it is communication. So where people have come to me for the verbal part more than anything, and then because of the pandemic, I talk about this box that we're all in, and it's the visual, the verbal, and the vocal to all be focused on, as well as congruent with each other. Then you're taking it another level, and I absolutely appreciate that. So thank you for bringing that. I'm so thrilled that we met, and that you're bringing it, of course, to our global community.
yeah. Well, our nonverbal communication teaches others how to treat us.
Hmm.
So in our personal lives, um, it it takes to a deeper level our intimate relationships, also our understanding of maybe our aging parents or our children. Like,
Hmm.
um, people would often say to me, "Your kids aren't really like you," and I really didn't understand where that came from. And this has helped me to understand that at a deeper level. In business, it was the rejection that I often felt. I previously I was in real estate, and it was, you know, how come some deals were so easy to come together, others weren't? And I was in real estate at the time of a boom, so I was seeing people that, you know, for some of them, their worst days. So that was that I would blame myself why things wouldn't work out in the conversations, and so I actually had to leave real estate because it was just so stressful to me over time
Hmm.
that that is really what sent me in this direction of understanding this communication at a deeper level. So when you understand what it is that you're saying through your nonverbal communication, it changes everything. It takes the pressure off. It takes pressure off of relationships, and it also takes you to a deeper place, a peacefulness and an understanding. Just an example, like
Hmm.
when you got to make the sale, when you got to make the money, like there's an energy. You see how that feels? If you just, those of you who are watching, if you think about that and how that feels in your body, and then what about feeling just joyful because you just made the sale and it was so easy. So how come you can't just feel that when you got to make the money?
Well,
So
see, and again, I love this, because to me it comes down to the words, because I've had so much work in regards to the verbal side of things. So even the fact that first you said when you want to, or when you need to make the money, And then versus if you want to make the money, or if you want to gain new connections, make new friends, close sales, there's a big difference between needing to and wanting to serve, right? So all of that is going to show differently on camera or be expressed differently to others.
Right. Well, we are all energy, and you know, when I talk this way, I it's not woo woo and it's not psychic. It's about understanding that feeling, that emotion, and the words absolutely will bring that up. Take one word that stands out in your vocabulary that has a lot of emotion to it. The more emotion behind it, the more your body will feel it. So if you can bring your business transactions and your relations to a place of not neutrality, but to not be reactive, you'll be more in the flow of it. So so are you attracting or repelling clients? That
Mm-hmm.
at a deeper level, a subconscious level, sometimes it's the white elephant in the room, and it's the things maybe even people are telling you that you're to this, you're to that, and it's like, oh, that just gets me when that's going on. Why do they say that? And it's maybe not even what you think it is, but if you listened and observed yourself and just tried doing it a new way, and
I love that. I
it's
love
it's
that.
yeah, it's switching patterns in behavior, and if we don't know what the next step is or another option, then we just always do what we always know, and that's as
That's
far
right.
as we'll ever go.
That's right. That's the whole importance of becoming more informed and becoming more educated. So I'm so thankful that you're going to be bringing this education and this training to the selling on the spot marketplace and the community. So this will be our reveal here in this video. So Laurel, I'll let you share what your offer is today. Let people know what we're up to together.
Well, Jane, I really want to thank you for the opportunity to share with your community and to to share this work. I'm really passionate about it. I am a certified teacher of the work. It's an actual profession, and I'm one of very few teachers in the world that teach this specific nonverbal communication. And so what I've done for selling on the spot marketplace is create a really unique opportunity at a really great price point too, because otherwise when I teach it, it's at a very high level and many people might not go there. So I really am passionate about getting this knowledge into the hands of others so you'll use it to live a better life. And so, if you're a business owner, a coach, an entrepreneur, understanding the signals that your nonverbal communication is sending is critical to the lifeline of your business. So, what Jane and I are creating and hosting together is nonverbal communication for entrepreneurs, and it's going to be a two-part series, July 29th. So mark your calendar, 1 till 4 p.m. Eastern is the first segment. Now, this will be recorded, but we really highly recommend that you show up in person because this is all about being in your body and body language. There will be breakout rooms and lots of interactive learning in this. So a
Sorry, let
really
me just
special
jump.
price point.
Sorry, let me
Yeah.
just jump in to say, yes, absolutely. The recording will have tremendous value, but being able to participate and to be able to ask you questions, during the Q&A portion as well, makes it that much more personal. So we always do recommend that if you can be live, please do so, but otherwise the recording is phenomenal as well.
Yeah, like I said previously, I typically teach this in a 10 or 12 day 11-hour day long retreat. So what I'm bringing into a really short period of time is going to be really impactful. More so if you're there in person because you learn by putting it into action, by embodying the work. So you're going to learn about body language communication. You're going to discover what could be repelling new business and the money that comes with it through what you aren't presently aware of in your own body language communication. I'm going to teach you how to read the signs of an ideal client, and so that you can start understanding how to be in front of them. And I love how Jane teaches about being in the box. This has been so impactful for so many people to be front and center. And whether you're in a box in Zoom or you're live in person, this is all about connecting at a deeper level. It's all about being human. Even if you are on a Zoom call, this can be so profound. So identify key facial features so that you understand what the reaction is and where that comes from. I'm going to cover some of the archetypes in body shape and behavior that make it easy to understand when you see people at a glance. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like I often talk about the red flags. That's the behavior, the signs that come up that make me go, oh, okay. Because here's the thing. What we didn't mention before was my training actually teaches me to read faces and read bodies. And I don't walk around reading faces and bodies that way. It's when those red flags go up that make me go, oh, okay. Is it something in my own body language, my own messaging that's sending out this message that's causing a reaction? So you can diffuse arguments. You can inspire conversation. You can be open to having them respond. Sometimes words don't even need to be exchanged, and there's an understanding that comes
That's
in.
awesome. That's awesome. I've already worked with you. I've already been your client. So I know I have a glimpse, certainly, of what you'll be teaching. I'm very excited because I have not participated in this 3-hour course that we're bringing in the global community. So yes, thank you for this. So just to remind everybody, this is July 29th, 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern. If you're on a different time zone, please definitely check what time it is available for you. Please attend live, and we will include the recording even if you are with us live, and the recording if you're unable to join us. So I believe we've agreed to, or the investment is 57 USD to join us. And like I said, it does include the recording, and that is dramatically reduced from Laurel's regular rates. And this is also a unique offer, because as part of a selling on the spot offer, these are in this case discounted and unique just under the brand of selling on the spot. So thank you so much for Laurel for bringing this to us and to the global community.
I really appreciate this, Jane.
Perfect. And now, how can everybody find you? I mean, we'll post the event for sure, and you and I will both be sharing the link. But otherwise, how can people reach out to you and connect with you personally?
Oh, yes. So I'm on Facebook at Lorrel Elian, Mind Your Business. That's the name of my business. And yes, I just also want to say that you won't find this training anywhere, certainly not at this price point. And it was created specifically for the selling on the spot community. So really look forward to you being there and experiencing the opportunity to communicate at a deeper level. It will change your life. It certainly will change your business.
Yeah, I absolutely feel it will. Absolutely. So thank you again, Laurel, so much for joining me here today. I look forward to having you at my Selling on the Spot Marketplace event as a sponsor. I'm thrilled and proud to have partnered with you in this joint venture business under the brand of Selling on the Spot Resources. And from me as the CEO of Selling on the Spot, again, I'm so thrilled that you will be joining us, you watching us globally will be joining us at this event. so that you can not only learn, but be applying it to your own personal life and, of course, your own professional life. So with that, thank you again, Laurel. Thank you to everybody watching us. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell so that you're also getting all the alerts about our upcoming videos, and see you at the training, Nonverbal Communication. Thank you, Laurel. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.